So here we are with episode 6 of I'm in Love with the Villainess. Last episode we had that big Pokemon battle and Ray and Claire got into, well, Ray and Claire and everybody else that we know in the cast got into the night thing. They all passed the night exam. There you go. And I assume we're going to see them on their first task or whatever. Who knows? We'll just have to see what's going to happen. If you guys like the video, like the video. If you dislike it, dislike it. I do have my full length up on Patreon and early access to non-seasonal and some seasonal shows on the YouTube memberships. Other than that, let us get started. Loretta? Where is she? Oh. Flunky number 1. Who? What's her name? Okay. Lambert. Okay. The Knights run a cafe. Yeah, take that, Claire. Ray has some other thoughts? Oh. Damn, Rod's just out here. Hell yeah. Look how progressive Rod is. Yeah, I'll wear women's clothing. Misha's just like, I wouldn't mind. Get her in the same side as Misha. Sorry, fam. You're not the majority. The captain, right? He got absolutely ran over by Rod. Regret now, huh? And in men's clothes too. Conflicts between students. Doing peculiar things. They're having protests. Oh, ghosts? Oh, snap. People are just sleepwalking out here. Is that the slime? My occult nights. Like, gonna spend the night with Claire and everything. This night investigation music. Oh, being left alone. This music's a little intense. Damn, we got the whole fucking orchestra in here. There's nothing here but the orchestra. Ew! What would a ghost be gelatinous? We'll send this to analysis. Oh, she's got a little bun up. Also, Ray really just like went and wiped that off and just shoved it in her pocket. Oh, got some sweets for her, some pastry. Oh, chocolate cake. How did she get it, huh? Don't worry about the details. Just don't think about it. Oh my god, there's like little chocolate chunks too. Woo! I made it. Developing new recipe. It was her this whole time. Wow. Why are you Why? It's in the kitchen. What? Them knees, they be buckling. Oh, she's running away. Yeah, it's a... Ooh! It's been playing a prank on everyone. A transforming kick. This is stupid. I'm leaving. Oh, you think you can go by yourself? You can make fire, can't you? Just make fire. She'd rather sleep here than having to go out. We're gonna have new rumors, just screamings coming from the frickin' kitchen. Ooh, a flashback? Yeah, you know, I'd be fucking scared too. It was a big fucking hallway like this. There's no lighting. Oh, you get to see your mother. Yeah, well, fuck your birthday, child. The business, obviously. Yeah, fuck your birthday, child. Now get out of here. Why can't she be selfish during her birthday, huh? She wants you! What the f- Yeah! Yeah, you fucking tell her! Oh no! This is the last word she's ever had with her mother before her mother died. Look at the dad. What a mustache that they drew on him. This is the saddest birthday. Oh, a hairbrush. You'll grow into it. Damn, Lene, when she had it. Your mother's, she's dead! Oh, she was sleeping over her hairbrushes. Damn, really waking her up in the middle of the night for terrible news? You fucking woke her up in the middle of the night for this? Shit! And then the last word she ever said was, I hate you, mother. Oh my god, the violin just kicked in. If I die and I go to where my mother is, we can make up. That caused her death? Because you fought with your mother? Okay, that was just last. Okay, I was about to say. Don't put the blame. Didn't really do a good job at wiping her tears, but you know, I get the sentiment. I hope she just. Oh my god, they held hands! Oh! Oh! I saw you guys were like sleeping in the kitchen. Isn't the kitchen a public place? Oh, she's very passionate about her brother, huh? Oh. You be with your brother, huh? Whoa. It's a sandwich. Damn, dude. Just don't think about it. Wow. What a genius. She made it by herself? Oh, Lenny's thinking. Just don't think about it, Lenny. Of course. Damn, the payoff. Ah, I was thinking it wrong, but... The reason? Of course, of course. Yeah, without me? Look at this slime, dude. Rail era. Oh, you? Lenny's dressed like a priest for. Is this her slumberwear? Ooh, creme brulee, huh? Where y'all get the torch? Damn. Damn, what a kitchen though. The recipe. Insurance. If you ever really need it, use that recipe. Alright. Insurance if you really need it. It's like... Alright, you can't have too many sweets. Give me another one. Oh, that's just her without her maid outfit on. Sorry, not her maid outfit, but like her apron. Wow. Yeah, jealous. And I? Of course, of course. But time moves on, huh? Show the bell. You know, I do think about how, like, really does feel slice of life, huh? But we did get a little flashback of, like, Claire and stuff, right? I don't know how to feel. But okay. You know, I'll figure out and gather my thoughts once we get back to the center, which is, like, literally in a couple of seconds. But we will be right back to the center. Alright, so that was episode 6 of I'm in Love with the Villainess. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. For me, I thought that this was a pretty nice episode. We're having, in the beginning, we had this whole talk about the maid / butler cafe, and that was just kind of set up for the next episode, because the rest of the episode is more about Ray and Claire, and with Ray, it's her being exposed by Lene that she has been giving recipes to this restaurant though, or this bakery or whatever, or this food industry place that's been releasing these mind-blowing recipes. And of course it's the idea of, well, Ray came from another world and she's able to give these very simple recipes and make them something that is extraordinary to these people. Understandable, right? But from the way that she looks, it looks like she does, have the whole cooking knowledge, which is why she gives it to them. And then for Claire, we have just that little bit of flashback for her, with her as a child, and how the darkness, right? When she first came out, she saw the darkness and she's just like, you know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna walk through this darkness to go back to my house. So I'm gonna go and actually just, I'd rather just have to sleep with you in the same bed, than having to actually walk out. So we get the flashback of her wandering the halls, finding her parents. And then here we have a child, Claire, who's begging her mom, not her dad, fuck her dad, begging her mom to be like, to stay. And it's like, yo, it's my fucking birthday. What's more important, me or the fucking business? And the dad is just like, obviously, as a noble, the business takes precedent. Get out of here, Claire. Get out, child. You'll understand one of these days. By the way, what made me laugh about the whole mustache thing was that his mustache, there's supposed to be a little gap in the middle, right? He's supposed to have that, like, I don't know, it's like a pencil stash, I don't know what it's called, but yeah, he's supposed to have that, like, smooth line. But then, at some point, I'm about to get distracted here. Right here in this picture, they drew him, but, like, the whole mustache is connecting. And I thought that was very funny. Might as well just curve it, make it a handlebar. Anyways, Claire's mother be like, sorry, child, can't even celebrate your birthday. Get fucked, but, I'll buy you a birthday present, because that's totally what kids want, right? They totally want birthday presents and not having to be able to spend time with their mother and all that. So I think this was right here. She says, I don't want a present. I hate you, mother. And of course, this saying, her saying, I hate you, mother, is going to be the last thing her mother is going to hear before she dies. And it's the last thing that Claire says to her mother. It's the last thing that she knows she said to her mother. And as she confesses to Lene that, well, yeah, I told her that I hated her, but I never had the chance to apologize. I've never had the chance to reconcile with her. Don't even have the chance of brushing her hair again, or what, for the first time, or once, or whatever, right? The birthday presents that the maid gave her was a hairbrush, and they were just like, yeah, you brush your mother's hair with that. And then people came over. It's just, hey, Claire, wake up! Wake up! It's in the middle of the night, but wake up! Your mother's dead! Couldn't even wait till morning. Might as well just rip the bandage off right there and then, So we see Claire crying in her sleep, calling out to her mother, and here is Ray, who sees it, right? And she wipes Claire's tears away, which, again, not very good at wiping. She literally just cut the line right there. And it hits this idea that your time is limited, and you'll never know when your loved one is going to be gone. So at the very least, hopefully when they are gone, you are, the last thing that you've said to them is that hopefully it's, something funny. But also hopefully it's something that you say that you love them instead of knowing that the last thing you've ever said to them was, or that you hate them, or that you've gotten to an argument and you left one another in a with a bad note. So it's a sad thing, and it happens more often than we would realize. So yeah, it's in terms of that idea, it's sad, but I'm not exactly sure why it's not hitting me. I don't know, like I literally watched in the whole idea of it's limited. Our time is limited, right? And I was watching like episode 6 or something of the family circumstances of the irregular witch, and that hits me more. And then there's also episode 4 of the Apothecary Diaries, and that was they showed you just a small bit of like a mother and child, except it's, you know, the opposite of this situation, and I'm just over like, and that hits me more. But then something about this and the execution doesn't really hit me as hard, which is interesting. I will say in this part where Claire is crying, and Lene is here to comfort her, and like the part where like the violin kicks in and everything, I thought that was a really nice piece for this situation. But I've also mentioned that it does feel a little slice of lifey, which I don't know. Is this show considered a slice of life? I feel like if I go into a show and I expect it to be a slice of life, it's totally fine. But then when I go into a show that doesn't feel like, oh, you know what, let me go look up the genre. What is this considered? Well, according to Wikipedia, it's a isekai rom-com Yuri. And Yuri isekai rom-com. Let me go look up on My Anime List. Let's see what My Anime List considers it as. Comedy fantasy girls love. Comedy fantasy girls love. You know what? I'm gonna look up Stardust Telepath. Comedy girls love supernatural. What about Eurocamp? I think slice of life isn't really. Is slice of life counted as a genre? I mean, there's so many slice of life. Oh, Eurocamp is considered slice of life. Okay, I don't know. I kind of get a feeling. I don't know. What is truly considered slice of life? Slice of life is just what it is, right? A slice of life. There doesn't really need to be specific progress. It's what I feel like for slice of life a lot of time, right? It's just kind of anime where you chill out. I mean, Eurocamp is slice of life, right? There's really isn't all that much progress in terms of story. It's just them going camping, and it's supposed to be a chill type of anime. But yeah, usually I associate slice of life with like nothing much happening. So when I say something feels like a slice of life, it really does feel like it just really feels like nothing's happening to me in particular. To me, in my head, that's what I feel like. But before anybody start typing in the comments, I know that they are readying up some stuff, right? With the whole talk between Lene and Rei, where Lene figures out that Rei is someone who gives the recipe, and Rei is just like, hey, don't tell anybody about this, keep this a secret, right? People can have a secret, one secret or two, and I'm doing all this for Claire, right? Where we're having more setups where Rei is like, yeah, I'm doing this all for Claire. It's kind of like the same setup where Rei tells Claire in terms of what she wants when she wins the contest between the two of them, and she tells Claire, make me a promise that you're never going to give up. She's setting something up. It's like in episode 2, I believe, when she get the maid stuff, and she talks with Do, the banana man, Claire's dad, and she was like dropping hints like Irvine Manual, March the 3rd. Like she's dropping hints, and we're building up to something. So I know that like it's not specifically nothing is happening. It's just that it kind of feels like it to me. It's kind of like last episode where it's like the majority of it was just a battle, and I'm just like, okay, you know, it's whatever. You know what? I'm just gonna just cross out what I was talking about with like the whole idea of slice of life. So just cross that out for a moment, and just know that I understand that they are setting some stuff up, kind of like with later on in this spiel, where Rei gives Lene the recipe for mayonnaise, and Rei is just like, shh, you know, remember the recipe, and then burn the note, and this is insurance in case when you really need it. Right? It's like, okay, Rei, it's like, okay, Rei knows that something is up, something's going to happen, or whatever, so she gives her this as insurance, right? In case you really need it. So, this is just more, and I think, when I'm saying setup, I think that's really the whole thing right now, right? It's just a whole lot of setup. But, you know, it's been so long since I read the light novel. Like, I know the details and stuff. Some of the major details, I mean. And I know how the first arc ends and everything. So I know that where all of these lead-ups are going to. I think I've already mentioned at some point in one of the discussions where I laid out all the things that I know about the light novel. So, again, I know where all of this is leading up to, and, it's knowing that it leads up. I don't know, maybe that could be the reason why I'm still trying to figure out something in my head. Maybe knowing that that these lead-ups are going to this specific, some specific, things that I know in my head, it perhaps doesn't really, embark that mystery that I should have as if I were to watch this anime only, right, without really knowing what happens in this first arc. Perhaps that scratches the mystery out of my head, and so I'm really just thinking more about the way that these episodes have been progressing, and I think I've come to the conclusion that it feels slow. I think that's the issue, is that I feel slow, and that's why, I know I said I crossed the whole slice of life thing, but that's why I kind of feel like it's kind of like that, where it feels like a little slice of lifey. But again, cross that out. Cross that out. But I think that's why I feel I haven't really feel for the past like 3 episodes. My conclusion to this is that I do feel like these episodes have been going a little slow, and I feel like, and like whether they're actually adapting these, because I know some people were saying like, oh, some of these episodes they've adapted and it's not even like chapter 1's not even finished or whatever, right? Like long chapters, and if we are adapting this like 1 for 1 with the light novel, especially with like volume 1, I think, volume 1 or volume 2, somewhere around there, then I suppose it wouldn't be the anime's fault if it were to faithfully be following the light novel and getting like a lot of the details out, right? Then it wouldn't particularly be the light novel, the anime's fault, but it's more so on the light novel and the way that it progresses its story. But again, I have not read the light novel in a very long time, so, and then you know, and like translating light novel or manga into anime sometimes, it really feels like it's a little bit slower, but I think that's my brain just trying to work fast, and I'm just trying to like get as much details as possible in. So, if I were to read the light novel, right, I would read it a lot faster than having to watch anime where it's going at its own pace and I can't just like skip over things, or I can't just like, you know, read the subtitles and then like go into like the next scene immediately or whatever, right? Unlike mangas or light novels where I can do it at my own pace, in anime I have to work with the anime's pace. So that could be the possibility too. Before I went on this rant, was there anything else that I wanted to talk about in particular? Other than, you know, Claire is getting a little bit more jealous, as Rei just points it out, right? Claire's just like, oh, you and Lene has been getting along, you seem awfully close. And then Rei it continues with the idea of maybe Claire is getting a little bit closer to Ray. Claire is getting a little bit closer to Ray, and oh yeah, and that reminds me that the whole mystery thing that they were putting on, that like, oh, somebody's been going around in the kitchen in the hallways late at night, and then there's like they get like a wet spot on their shoulder. And, you know, I was just thinking, I'm like, oh yeah, so that's the slime, right? That's Ralair? What? Okay, slime. and then when Claire figured out that it was Ray who was in the kitchen this whole time, I was just kind of like, okay, cool, that's it. I don't know, that's it. You know, that's kind of almost a similar feeling to how I felt with episode 3 of The Apothecary Diaries. But that's fine. Actually, we do have yet another sort of setup, which kind of feels similar to episode 3. But here we have Ray in her head. It's just like, oh, even when nothing happens, these days are so blessed. Which honestly, that really does sound like a slice of life phrase. But yeah, she goes and she says that, and she's just like, oh, I wish it could last forever. And then they showcase this bell thing, which we'll just have to find out what this bell thing. I actually don't know what it is. So I don't know. We'll just have to figure out what this bell thing is for. And this is Ray just telling us that, oh, these days that we have, you know, they're not going to last forever. So it's just another setup to something. Which, you know what, I realized if this is episode 6. So it's just 6 episodes of setups. And, you know, hopefully by the end of it, you know, we'll see it all pays off. And then I can be like, oh, all these things that they have, it's been connecting with all these other episodes. Even though, I kind of already mentioned that I already know how the arc ends, for the most part. Unless, you know, I've read like an older version of the light novel, or even the web novel. I think it was the light novel. But unless I've read the old version of it, and then, because I know that people have said that the writer retconned a few things, so I don't know what part that they retcon, and if the anime is, I would assume the anime is adapting the newer version, and the version that got certain parts retcon and all that. So I don't know, you know, it could, the ending of the anime could be completely different to how I remember it in the light novel many years ago. So we'll just have to see when we see it. But thank you guys for sticking around. You know, if I have anything else to say, I'll write it in the description, and I will see you guys in the next episode.